Just moments ago, Mark and Ivan were at the roller coaster. They saw other riders screaming in fear. Mark immediately decided he didn't want to ride anymore. Ivan tried to convince him to stay, but when Mark saw there were attractive women ahead, he agreed to give it a go because Mark's belly was too big, and due to a staff oversight, the safety restraint wasn't properly locked. Then the roller coaster took off. A second ago, Ivan was excited, but just after reaching the peak, with the intense force, the safety lock suddenly popped open, and Ivan was flung out of the seat.
911, what's your emergency? Oh my god, some guy just got thrown off the roller coaster. He's just lying on the ground. He's not moving. Send an ambulance.
Firefighters arrive at the scene quickly, but the area below is cramped. The safety airbags can't deploy. With no other choice, Buck decides to use a ladder to climb up and rescue him, but the roller coaster is too high. Even the ladder can't reach, so Buck changes his plan and starts climbing up himself to rescue him. As Mark nears exhaustion, Buck talks to him to ease his fear and encourages him to hold on. After all, Mark has been hanging on for 15 minutes. Even though he can barely keep himself together, he's still worried about Ivan. What he doesn't know is, Ivan is already dead. But to avoid panic, Buck lies saying Ivan is still alive and orders them to lift Ivan onto a stretcher, pretending to send him to the hospital. But when Mark sees the crowd below taking pictures, he starts freaking out and doesn't want to be filmed. The crowd, however, doesn't back off. Some even start live streaming the whole thing. Buck reassures Mark not to pay attention to them and passes him the safety rope. But Mark can't bring himself to let go, and his emotions start escalating. With no other choice, Buck reaches out to grab him, but the short distance feels like an insurmountable gap. With Buck's constant encouragement, Mark suddenly goes silent, as if he's made a decision, and then the next second, Mark gives up and lets go, falling to his death. Afterward, Buck is left confused. He could have reached him with just a little more effort, but Mark chose to give up. His coworkers try to comfort him, telling him not to blame himself. They did everything they could, but if the crowd had been less focused on filming and offered more encouragement instead, maybe this tragedy wouldn't have happened.